and welcome to the fun-filled nonsense retrospective. I'm your host as always, Rick, and joining me equally as always is Devon.
Hello.
And before we get into what are we doing today, which is another visit into the Star Wars multiverse, as represented by a fictitious fighting game.
It's not a multiverse. What the fuck are you talking about?
Hey, it's multiple timelines smushed into one because we don't care about Disney continuity.
That doesn't make it a multiverse. That just makes it some bullshit.
It's a panverse. Yeah, let's go with the good old time old tradition of the nonsense, asinine, hypotheticals. What have you got for me today?
Congratulations, Rick. You are in charge of an intergalactic wrestling federation. Who do you book as your inaugural champion?
My inaugural champion. So someone who has to be defeated to become the real first self-made champion.
No, the person who gets the belt, has the belt as you start the promotion. Who is your first champion?
Yeah. This is tough. I'm gonna go with Marvel Thor, because I think he'd be up for it.
Okay, when I say an intergalactic federation, I meant in Star Wars universe, because we're doing a Star Wars thing.
Oh, specifically in Star Wars, okay. This one's a bit more difficult, because there are fewer people that just want to fight, rather than being forced to fight and have to kill.
It's also wrestling. It's all kayfabe. You don't have to actually be good.
Yeah. Chewie. Yeah. I think he'd be pretty good at being, everyone's favourite teddy bear. And
Rick has accidentally reinvented the wrestling bear.
Well, except you can put C-3PO next to Chewie, and C-3PO can translate all of Chewie's smack talk with politeness.
Gotta be honest with you, all I'm thinking about right now is the come down to the sci-fi con or whatever the fuck it's called, where we've got some wrestling. The deaf droids from Stargate, whatever the fuck, versus the gay droids from Star Wars.
Yes, the mighty Cylons of Battlestar Galactica versus the gay robots from Star Wars.
And just fucking C-3PO's getting smacked by a chair.
Yeah, and he's going, oh, R2, help! And R2 just leaves, and he goes, you fucking...
What a heel.
Yeah, R2 just leaves. Because he can't even get through the ropes. Why did they bring him?
Well, he couldn't at the time, but it would only be a few short years later when we'd find out in canon that he has thrusters that he can use to fly.
Yeah, he has feet jets that he just never used in the original trilogy.
Because they couldn't.
Yeah, because they weren't invented yet. The ass had not been pulled. The ass of creativity had not been plumbed for bullshit ideas yet. But yeah, who are you going to make your inaugural champion?
This is wrestling. We need to make some money. We need a draw. Of course, it's going to be Harrison Dula.
Yeah, I like it. We're gonna put her in a bikini, and she's going to wrestle everybody. Yeah. You said draw, and I was immediately thinking of the outcome of draw, and then you said bikini, and I was like, oh, that kind of draw.
Well, they're not going to be fighting with guns.
No. The outcome of a draw, as in win, lose, or draw.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah. How are you gonna have a champion that draws?
It's wrestling. You can make up the rules as you go along.
Yeah, I like this one.
Tell me you wouldn't want to be locked in a head scissors.
Oh yes.
I'm telling you, you'd make some fucking money.
You would.
And if you're a wrestling promoter, that's all it's about. Fuck the welfare of the workers. Anyway, Rick, what's your question?
My one for you is, all advertising slogans are real. What product do you immediately go out and buy?
I don't really know that many slogans. I think Nike's just do it. That's not helpful. Dr. Pepper, what's the worst that can happen? Sounds ominous and is ominous if you ever watch the adverts.
It is ominous. Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it?
I guess you'd probably have to do Gillette, wouldn't you?
The best a man can get. Yeah, I like that.
Does that automatically make you the best? I don't.
Yeah, it gives you Captain America Super Soldier Serum. It sets you to the pinnacle of human ability, I guess.
Again, it doesn't help that I'm struggling to think of slogans, and Cheetos suck, because we all know it ain't easy being cheesy.
Yeah. Alternatively, what do you think is the most horrifying one?
What's the worst can happen ain't great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know either. I'm going to go with Gillette, the best a man can get, because I assume it gives you superpowers.
Yeah, I get that.
But
I like it.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to move along, because I just don't have any slogans in my head. I'm not saying saying advertising doesn't work on me. I'm just saying advertising doesn't stay in my head for very long.
Yeah, it like literally in one eye and out the other.
So what about you? Because I assume you thought about this a bit longer and harder than I have.
Mine would literally just be Red Bull that gives you wings.
Oh, you fuck. Yeah.
Because now I can fly. But the one that I think is probably the most horrifying is Pringles of once you pop, you can't stop. Especially if I already have the wings.
Feels like you got these answers off of a Reddit thread.
Okay, so the question was inspired by a question of once you pop, you can't stop. That was every time you have a crisp, you get the entire bag.
What do you mean you get the entire bag?
If you take one crisp, then a new bag of crisps materializes, and you must eat them all. And the hypo that I got this from was crap, so I hopefully made it better.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's crap so much as it's been done, just not with crisps. It's a baffling. Yeah, Pringles would be the worst choice for that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So I assume you get a full tub of Pringles rather than the snack size ones.
Yeah. I'm assuming so. Well, the other thing is, when you take your second one, do you get another tub? Do you just go infinite on Pringles? What
do you mean once you take your second? If it's infinitely spawning, then it's hell.
Yeah.
Because if you because you just said that you have to eat an entire bag once you've had one. So
yeah. Oh man, that would be horrible.
I mean, it would be, because it would be endless. But logically speaking, obviously, for the hypothetical to work, it would have to be you eat a bag of crisps spawns, you have to eat this bag of crisps before you can do anything else. Fine. A bit of a hurdle in life. It's not that difficult to avoid crisps. But, manageable. But if it's just like, that means once you've had one crisp, that's it, your life is over.
Yeah, it would be awful, wouldn't it? Yeah, shit. But yeah, let's get into what we're doing today, which is we're picking 6 characters, as we have done in the past, for round 5 of our Star Wars fighter. Who's going to be your first pick for today?
We are woefully lacking in biodiversity, so I've picked a Wookiee.
Yeah! Because I think the only one we got before was Black Chrysanthemum, which you also picked.
I've always said Karsten, but I'm probably saying it wrong. But yeah, we've had him. Did you not pick Chewbacca once?
I might have picked Chewbacca once.
Either way, I've picked Tarful.
Tarful! Captain Tarful!
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the only other named Wookiee in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, he's just chilling with Yoda and Chewbacca, and we don't know why Chewbacca's there other than George Lucas is a hack. And
yep. And yeah, they wanted to make Frank Oz say Chewbacca.
Did you guys know that Chewbacca was actually friends with Yoda? Look it up, it's true. Anyway.
He's friends with Yoda and he's 200.
Jesus Christ. Anyway. But yeah, Tarful is the other Wookiee there. He also comes back in the Cal Kestis games.
Ah, sweet. That's cute.
He's a freedom fighter leading some freedom fighters on a different jungle planet. It's not Kashyyyk anymore.
Yeah, sweet.
But yeah, Tarful would basically be like, you'd have the melee stuff, of course, because he is a Wookiee, but you could give him some devastating high-powered bowcaster shots, because that's one of the things I do remember, specifically in the Lego game, weirdly enough, is the bowcaster was like twice as strong as other guns.
Yeah, in the Dark Forces games, the ones that started out as Doom clones and then just eventually became Jedi Power Simulator, the bowcaster was a charged shotgun.
I mean, it makes sense.
Like you could fire it once and it'd be a normal gun, but if you charged it up, it became like a 5-shot spread shotgun.
Why not?
Yeah,
it's
cute.
I always question the design behind anything in the same vein as the bowcaster, because I get it. They're going. I have the same issue with fucking what's her name's bow in Bad Batch. In that it's like, yeah, we want it to look like a bow, but it shoots energy, and it's like, but what's the fucking point?
Yeah, like if it's worse than a gun, what's the point? And if it's better than a gun, why guns?
It makes no sense. Like you have to, again, unless they're exerting absolutely no force to pull back the string. Bowcaster's different anyway. It doesn't seem to actually have a string. It's just shaped like a crossbow because it looks cool.
Yeah.
But the Omega, that's the name I'm looking for. Omega's bow is very weird because she does have to pull back on a string. And if you have to pull back on a string, if the power's not coming from pulling back on the string, you're just exerting effort for no reason.
Yeah. So on Omega's, she pulls back on the string and it flexes the arms and everything.
again, we know the real reason why is because they wanted to sell bow toys.
Yeah.
But, it's baffling decision. Anyway, bowcasters are cool, though. The concept is dumb, but they look good. I don't know what I'd have for his finisher. I think I'd just have him... It's got to be the Wookiee special, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Pop, pop.
It's got to be.
The Lego Wookiee special where they pop the arms off on Lego people.
Yeah, a bit more gory because, of course, I've always followed Mortal Kombat logic for this fighting game we've been making, Rick.
Yeah.
Who's going to be your first entry today?
Mine's going to be Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight. As he appears at the beginning, middle, and end of Return of the Jedi, in his black robes with his green lightsaber, just generally being cooler than he used to be, and with his good old iconic reprise in Mando Season 2 for the good hallway scene.
I don't think that he's a knight at that point. At that point, he's a master.
Yeah, so I've got it written down as knight and in parentheses master. Yeah, he's definitely a master for Mando 2.
But I think he'd have to have a different moveset for Mando 2 because he's learnt far more. Like, he's not doing that fancy Force shit in Jedi.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably would make them separate characters, wouldn't I? Yeah. Yeah, I think the master one from Mando 2 can very easily have an alternate costume for the sequel trilogy after he's gotten his stick out of his ass and actually goes and fights.
Yeah, except he doesn't.
Because we know he doesn't, but if you believed that he did, then that's how it would go.
Sure.
Fucking silly. But yeah, he doesn't behave that much worse when he is aged, because if it weren't for the plot requiring him to die, he wouldn't have died.
I mean, I guess. But yeah, we're sticking with Knight anyway, not Master.
Yeah, we're sticking with Knight for this one. And yeah, he's a lot more in control than his apprentice form. He drops the blaster. And I think this is the character who is probably the most likely to mind trick someone and just tell them to fuck off. For the finisher.
I don't think he would. I think that would be reserved for Master Luke.
Yeah, maybe.
I think this version of Luke was 2 seconds away from turning into the dark side.
Oh yes, he was eyeing up his lightsaber with a lot of pining when the Emperor was edging him.
You don't need to use this terminology, Rick, and yet you choose to do so.
He edged on the dark side. You want this? Who's your number 2?
What about his finisher?
Oh, well, I was going to say the finisher was going to be the mind trick. And that's what I thought.
But I don't think it works for that version of Luke.
Because most of the things that he does are kind of accidental, like begging Darth Vader to come help. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? He's dying and he goes, "Father, help!" and Darth Vader just comes in from off screen, picks up your opponent and just throws them off the arena.
Well, if you want to go for a peaceful route, I don't think mind trick is the way to go. But knocking someone to the ground with a force push, he did do that in Jedi. Although granted, the ground in those scenes were the Sarlacc pit, so how merciful it was is up to interpretation.
Yeah, and there's using stage hazards that may or may not exist is also a thing. He uses he cobs a rock with the Force at the control panel for the Rancor pit.
Yeah, but that would require far too much work.
Yeah, I guess
it's fine to have
the query is
it's fine to have stage finishers. Mortal Kombat has those, but they're not locked to a character.
Yeah, it would require all stage to have stage hazards, and he just turns the stage hazard lethal.
Oh, even then, I thought you were going for non-lethal.
Luke goes both ways.
Rick, you're deciding the character. I'm just saying what you said before now to remind you what you were going for. If you've changed your mind, that's fine, but I'm just saying before now, you made it sound as if you wanted to go non-lethal, and now you're like, I've changed my mind. And that's fine.
Yeah, I think I will change my mind. Right, I'm going to leave... I'm going to leave the non-lethal for Master Luke if we do it, or an Obi-Wan, an aged Obi-Wan if we bring him in, and leave the turning stage hazards lethal for Knight Luke. Yeah, so who's going to be your number 2? I
don't think that works because stage hazards should be for everybody.
Sure.
But anyway, let's move on with our lives. We've spoken about Luke Skywalker far more than any man ought to, really. Yes, my number 2 is Jedi Knight Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah. So this is before he is the master that we see in Phantom Menace.
This is Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn.
Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn. Okay, cool. So Qui-Gon Jinn as we see him in the Phantom Menace.
I thought he was just a knight.
I think he's a master who disagrees with the council and therefore was not let onto the council.
But I didn't think that's how that worked.
Yeah, I think it's the opposite of what they were trying to do with Anakin. We give you the rank of we let you on the council, but you don't have the rank of master. Whereas he has the rank of master, but chooses not to sit on the council because Obi-Wan tends not to sit on the council.
But is Obi-Wan a master at all during the trilogy, the prequel trilogy?
Yeah. So when Anakin is a knight, Obi-Wan is a master.
They do not make that clear.
Yeah, so in the novelization they just have
fuck off.
Okay.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but automatically fuck off when you have to say, but in the novel they can do a lot of things they can't do on screen.
Yeah, they just put the little thing of Anakin keeps calling Obi-Wan master, not because he is still his master, but because he has now risen to the rank of master, and also he's used to saying it.
But I also thought that was the reason why Obi-Wan kept calling Qui-Gon master, is because he is he's still a Padawan at that point.
Yeah, that makes sense, but apparently, according to stuff, he was a traveling consular master.
He has got the green lightsaber.
He does.
So that means he is the count. I'm choosing to say Jedi Knight, even though he might be a master, but I mean the version we see in the film.
Sure, I get it. Yeah, I like it. What would he do?
What would he do? He'd be Liam Neeson.
Summons other forms of Liam Neeson.
Nah, for real though, it's very easy to do Qui-Gon because they're pretty. They give a pretty good viewing of his moveset. He gets by far the most lightsaber fight scene in Phantom Menace.
Yeah, he has all of them.
Well, apart from when he's dead. So yeah.
You're still part of that fight, just not that one specific 1v1.
Okay, if you say so, buddy. I like Qui-Gon. He's got a very. It's very weird, isn't it? Because he's when he's on the defensive, he's very defensive, but when he's attacking, he's very aggressive. Yeah,
it feels like his movements are slow until they're not, which is a really fun, flowing style to watch.
Oh yeah. We also get to see him focus his mana.
Yeah.
Which apparently, and I didn't know this, but I watch loads of Star Wars. Well, I say what I get the occasional Star Wars YouTuber across my feed, and sometimes I'll click on them because I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting. Let's see what this is. Apparently, that's a KOTOR thing, where they're trapped behind the laser guard beam thing towards the generator thing. And yes, that is the technical term. When they're both waiting for the field to go away and fight each other, they're both doing the mana Regan animations from KOTOR. Darth Maul doing the pacing and striking his lightsaber and being angry, and Qui-Gon Jinn literally battle meditating.
Yeah, so other way around, they took it from Phantom Menace.
Oh wow, okay, so that YouTuber I watched was wrong.
Yeah. Do you know what the dark side one is called? It's called Seethe.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, so you just pace back and forth, looking in the same direction, just angrily, and it's really funny. But you also, as part of that game, you can replace your regen animations with other animations that you've of classes that you've completed the basic game with, and it's just so much more funny to watch your Sith Inquisitor just start clearing out all the fuel from their fantastical, non-existent hand flamethrower that they don't have because they're not a bounty hunter.
Oh, yeah. Mandalorians have historically been very bad Jedi.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm kidding, of course. But yeah, I'd definitely give Qui-Gon the battle meditate move, and I'd let it regen him a little bit of health. And no, this isn't bullshit, because Yoshimitsu can do it.
Oh, yeah. And he doesn't get a lot, and you have to keep jerking him off to get it back faster.
Again, why do you choose to word it this way? But yeah, also, you're completely defenseless while you're doing it, so it's more than fair. If your opponent can't punish you while you're doing it, that's on them. As for finisher, I think it's pretty simple. We saw him go for he was effectively trying to set up a counter for Maul, but Maul is just a really good duelist, so it didn't quite work the way Qui-Gon had hoped. But it would just be him taking that, at this point, iconic stance and actually succeeding.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I like it. Like the meme of like the samurai going for a zero frame finishing move, but you actually got to see it in real time.
Yeah. If Darth Maul wasn't as talented with a lightsaber as he was, he would have died there.
Oh yes,
like that's the takeaway you're meant to have. I do like the reprise of it in that one episode of was it Rebels, the Ezra show?
Yeah, the Rebels. Yeah. I think it was after no, it wasn't after Ezra had left, because Ezra meets Obi-Wan, doesn't he?
Yeah, and Obi-Wan says, "Fuck off now."
Yes. It's time for you to leave.
Yes.
Go away.
Yes, go.
Be gone.
Yes. 2 minutes of absolute cinema from an animation nobody watched.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. That's my number 2. Who is joining your roster, or your side of the roster, I should say?
Well, you've already talked about it. It's Omega. We've already had Wrecker and Crosshair. I think Omega is a great counterpoint from the Bad Batch to the other characters, and I think she's a more compelling fighting game character than, although I love the characters, Tech and Hunter. And I guess Echo doesn't really have many abilities that work in a fighting game. I mean, he's more of a utility guy.
Yeah, he's pretty much a droid. Like, not even joking, that's pretty much his function in the Bad Batch is, we need a droid, but we can't have a droid. This guy. No offense to Echo fans, but you picked the wrong horse. Tech is entirely intellect-based, you're right. Useful to have on your side, but as a fighting game character, you're pretty much limited for what you can do to make him interesting. Hunter could do some knife fight stuff, but that's about it.
He is exactly that. And Hunter, I would say, is like way better before combat, because he can do the ranger stuff that means that you don't need to get into a fight.
I get what you're saying, however, because Hunter has that big fuck off hunting knife, I would just give him Kano's moveset from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. But yes, Omega has the bow, and contrary to conventional wisdom, having the bow have a draw weight means that you should probably get like a decent amount of power based on the risk reward of how much time you put into drawing it in video game terms.
No. If you were going to implement this, you'd have to turn her into like a Kung Jin from Mortal. I know I keep bringing up Mortal Kombat, but it's the fighting game I like the most. Kung Jin has an archer, has a bow and arrow effectively, and it doubles up as a staff, so the staff can be used to actually physically attack with melee stuff, but otherwise he's constantly popping off arrows and they're just projectiles.
Sure, but I still think that being able to do a heavy draw on a projectile to do more damage should be like something that she can do.
Only if it can be blocked.
Okay.
But because otherwise it's bollocks. That's like being like, 3 Hadokens for Ryu.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, if it doesn't have hit stun, you can just walk through it. Yeah, you take damage, but you're just getting there and you're going to be punching her in the head.
I disagree with this frame of logic. For a fighting game, it doesn't. Everyone would pick Omega.
Yeah, and for the finisher, well, she summons all of her brothers, and they do a Mega Man finisher.
Hate you.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate that fucking idea with a passion. That being said, though, I assume this means Omega is in child form.
Yeah, she's like the child/teen version. Well, as we see her in the Bad Batch proper, and not in the epilogue. Because we don't know what her abilities are in the epilogue. We assume she still can use the bow, but probably doesn't need to, because she's big enough to absorb the backlash of a blaster, which is like, in story is the reason she uses the bow, but in reality it's so that, like you said, it's so that they can sell bow toys. But yes, that's my number 2. Who's your number 3?
My number 3 is an iconic bounty hunter that we've yet to mention and deserves to be included. I am, of course, talking about the legendary, the iconic IG-88.
Yeah, he's on my list too.
Oh, okay.
IG-88, I know him more from Shadows of the Empire than from like other things. Obviously he shows up on the bridge of the Executor alongside all of the other bounty hunters.
Yeah, next to the way more interesting looking bounty hunter called Bosk.
Yeah, who we've already picked Bosk.
We have.
And And Boba Fett, who became a lot of people's like sleeper hit favorite.
Despite only having 3 lines of dialogue, one of them being in the original trilogy.
Yeah, do you know what he says in the book?
Go on.
He says, "Get out of my way, you blind fool," to Han Solo, who right at that moment is blind.
Oh, is he? I couldn't tell.
Yeah. I'm blind. Oh, I think I can see shapes now. Yeah, IG-88. What are you doing with IG-88?
What don't you do with IG-88? You could do the traditional assassin ninjutsu bullshit because he's kind of programmed that way, although we don't see it. Or you could do the route of the robot that may or may not be IG-88, but is definitely the same type of robot as IG-88, and that is he's really good with guns and he has a thermal detonator.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got the thermal detonator. Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. In fact, the thermal detonator is a pretty good finisher in general, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, if you want the thing dead, thermal detonator will do the job.
And with him being a droid, it doesn't matter if he also is part of mutually assured destruction, because all he has to do is upload his droidness to another IG.
Yeah, we don't quite know how that works, because they never really address it.
Yeah. I know for the IG droids, there's like a hive mind of 4 of them, so they're always syncing every 5 minutes.
Weird. How do you know this?
This is from Tales of the Bounty Hunters.
Which is a novel?
Yeah, it's a book.
Yeah. Not worth the paper it's written upon.
Oh, no, especially now. I
don't think they've even mentioned IG-88 since Disney took over.
No. And then that's also the same book where they gave a reason for how Boba Fett got out of the Sarlacc, and in his words, blew it up. And he says this to Dengar, who's the one who finds him. Which is rather cute, because Dengar is just a guy in a rag. He's basically Crichton from frickin' Red Dwarf, but with a rag on his head.
I have no way of knowing how accurate that statement is, Rick.
It's just the bald guy in otherwise a droid costume. He's the human-looking bounty hunter from the bounty hunter lineup.
Yeah, meaning I don't fucking remember what he looks like because he's next to fucking Bosk.
Yeah, true.
Here's Bosk, a creepy, weird reptile man. Here's IG-88, a droid. Here's Boba Fett, who's Boba Fett. Who's this schmuck?
Yeah, he's literally just set dressing.
But yeah, both of our number 3s were IG-88 then, shall we say?
Yeah, I'll move it around. Yeah, my number 3 was IG-88. What's your number 4?
My number 4. Do you know what our game's been missing, Rick? It's been missing a gag character.
Yeah, because apparently my gag characters have been too few and far between.
Your gag characters are obscure characters from novels. What do you want?
So what's Jar Jar Binks going to do then?
It's not Jar Jar Binks, it's Greedo.
And
he's going to be a gag character because whenever you fight, there's a random chance that it's Greedo, but what actually happens is he just gets fucking shot and someone else steps in instead.
Yeah, I like it. That's cute.
But sometimes you will actually fight Greedo and he only has 2 moves.
Shoot first or don't shoot first.
He has his blaster shots and he can punch.
Sure, yeah. Solo.
You can absolutely pick him as a player character. You can play as Greedo, but your moveset is crap. If you somehow manage to win as Greedo, he will celebrate and say in Huttese, "Oh, I actually did it. Oh, shit." And then get shot from off screen, and in steps Boba Fett to take the bounty instead.
Yep. Or even worse, that guy with a long nose that no one remembers.
The Imperial Agent?
Yeah.
Yeah, no one remembers him because he's called the Imperial Agent. Even in Lego Star Wars, he's called the Imperial Agent.
Yeah, the snitch with the metal trunk. Yeah.
Oh jeez. Yeah, no, I'll give him some dignity. If you win as him, he at least gets to be killed by Boba Fett, and there's no shame in dying to Boba Fett.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
So who's your number 4, Rick?
My number 4 is Guri. She's a human replica droid from Shadows of the Empire as well.
Rick, you're going to have to give me images for these.
Yeah, she's basically a Star Wars version of Android 18. She's a blonde martial artist who is ridiculously good at martial arts because she can just download them. And yeah, she's mostly going to be a martial artist. The one thing that she does do that's not that is she also has a thermal detonator, and she blows up a building with it. And after she does that, she decides, she's not going to follow the guy she was following anymore. She goes and wanders the universe as a free quote unquote human.
Well, a nothing burger of a character, Rick.
Yeah. She shows up in Shadows of the Empire and then never matters again. Like a lot of Shadows of of the Empire characters, which is a massive shame because Dash Rendar was cool.
Yeah, because he's called fucking Dash Rendar.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's Han Solo, but better in every way.
Yeah, including his ship. It's just a better Millennium Falcon.
He's best mates with Han, because of course he is.
Yeah, so he replaces Han during the time that Han is a chocolate bar.
He did look very chocolatey.
He did. Like, I can't believe they've not released that as a chocolate bar.
Because what would be the point, Rick?
You eat Han Solo.
That's just it, though. There's no point. There'd be so much effort in making the mould for the chocolate bar, and then people are going to be like, you want us to pay £6 for something we're going to eat in 2 seconds?
Yeah. But yeah, the finisher is going to be something like a 5-finger death punch, where hitting all the pressure points and then the person is paralyzed, and then probably a thigh squish. Why not? Pop someone's head off. Why not?
Despite Rick being a Star Wars fan, he insists on infesting it with anime bullshit.
Yeah. Who's your number 5?
My number 5 is Saw Gerrera.
Yeah! What era is he going to be from? I'm assuming when he's younger and mobile.
No. Old man Saw Gerrera, where he's played by... I've forgotten his name. The famous guy.
Yeah, but I'm assuming, like, Andor time period?
Well, it kind of has to be, because it's implied you haven't seen season 2.
Yeah, so like he becomes like I'm in the middle of watching season 2. I know he becomes like super addicted to like huffing fumes.
Yeah,
and
cool.
That's
going to be his main weapon.
Oh, huffed fumes. Okay, cool. Is that going to be like poison type stuff?
Well, literally, like he's got 2 things. One, he can, I could say, buff himself, but sort of buff himself in that, like, before he fights, he huffs a bunch of it. So therefore, he assumes he's super buff back in his 20s, like Clone Wars era, doing cool shit, and he'll have a standard fighting game moveset, but like it feels a bit unrealistic, and that's because if you win, his finisher reveals that he just fucking completely curb stomped a motherfucker and was just high the entire time.
Yeah. He was high the entire time, and the only reason that he won because the other person was not used to being high.
It's basically Scarecrow logic from Batman.
Yeah, I dig it. Well, it's basically Scarecrow and Bane rolled into one. Like he's got his own drug that he gets off on, and like goes super mode based on that anyone could probably get used to and make use of, but he's the one that has.
Yeah, I mean, Saw Gerrera's just cool. Like,
he is cool.
I think the main reason why he's cool is because he's the first character we see who is actively a rebel, which means he's on the side of good. But unlike other questionably moral characters, such as, I don't know, your Han Solos and your Dash Rendars, etc., Saw Gerrera is actively a scumbag, but he's a good guy, so we give him a pass.
Yeah, he's unrepentantly evil, pointed at worse things.
Like, lawful... It's not even lawful evil, is it?
It's like, he's basically chaotic evil who specifically hates lawful evil.
I don't know, man. I think you could make an argument of him being chaotic good, because he is... And I know this sounds fucked up, because his goals are to make the galaxy better. His methods are just scum.
Yeah. He's like the ultra-extremist version of chaotic good, where it's indistinguishable from evil from the outside looking in. He believes that he's good. The same way that like goals, a Knight Templar.
If his goals were less selfless, that would that's the question. Because D&D alignment, good doesn't mean you're a good person. Good means your morals, the reason you do the things you do, are motivated by the greater whole rather than yourself. To be evil in D&D alignment, it means you're entirely self-serving.
Yeah, it's like society versus self.
Which is why you can be lawful evil, because I comply by the laws of the land, but doesn't mean I'm not going to be dodgy as fuck and do things to give myself an upper hand. Like I think the example they use in D&D alignment books are literally like merchants that fuck over people with less money.
Yeah. Lawyers. Tax dodgers, all that lot, yeah.
But yeah,
politicians.
I think Saw Gerrera is a good pick, and I'm glad to get him represented. And with that in mind, who's your penultimate pick, Rick?
My penultimate pick for today is someone else from the Bounty Hunter Rogues Gallery on the Star Destroyer Executor. It's a dual character, because they're basically nothing without each other. Zuckuss and Forlom. And they're going to be one where they can basically tag team in. They share a health bar. if the movesets are going to be pretty basic. Forlom being the droid is probably going to be more close combat, whereas Zuckuss, who's a little bit more frail, is probably going to be more ranged. Probably both less powerful than a focused character that does one or the other.
Are these another novel character?
No, they're on the Executor. It's the Gand and the droid.
I don't know what the Executor is, I'm sorry.
Oh, the Executor is Darth Vader's flagship in Empire Strikes Back.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's when you got the lineup of bounty hunters. So I'll be able to send you a picture of them, don't worry.
You're going to have to send me a picture of pretty much all of your list today, because you're deciding to go for obscure characters for no reason.
And just the finisher is just they team up. The one that's not fighting sneaks up behind your opponent and does probably a rather underwhelming finisher, but the fact is that they are working together.
Which is weird for bounty hunters.
It is. But yeah, Forlom means for the love of money, apparently.
Okay.
So yes,
fine.
Who's going to be your...
I'll let it slide, George.
Yeah. This is when puns were in their infancy back then. But yeah, who's going to be your last pick for today?
My last pick is going to be incredibly unconventional, so I'm going to need you to stick with me for it.
I'm sticking.
My final pick is going to be Grand Moff Tarkin.
Okay, what's Wilhuff going to do?
What's he going to do? I'm going to make him Quan Chi. Where he doesn't actually fight, he just kind of stands there looking like a fucking Grand Moff with his arms crossed and like just disappointed in whoever he's fighting, and his moves are pretty much going to consist of just constantly summoning stormtroopers.
I can see him being a little bit like Smash Brothers Pokemon trainer. Like, he is the character that you're fighting, that you picked, but he just steps into the background and commands, so you're actually just essentially fighting as like an infinite stream of stormtroopers.
I don't... I've never thought of this game as like a Smash clone, because that completely infantizes the move sets. Because Smash is, I wouldn't say annoyingly, but like by design, a simplistic game.
Yeah, like you've got 4 moves in a final Smash.
But like Grand Moff Tarkin isn't completely useless. He can like block and throw punches and stuff, but the bulk of his moves would be basically throwing bodies at you. You know?
Yeah. Like he very definitely has been to like Republic officer camp, so he can do the stuff. It's just that maybe he was better at it 30 years ago.
Yeah, he's an old man. That's what the problem is. But when he's Grand Moff, he's old.
Yeah.
No offense to Peter Cushing. Rest in peace.
Absolutely. But yeah, he's incredibly ruthless. He'd have no compunctions about using his guys as shields.
And he'd be constantly chatting shit the entire time, but not to the character he's fighting, to the people he's sending to their deaths.
Come, earn your pay.
Yeah, and I think his ultimate move would probably just be straight up summoning in a TIE fighter to do a bombardment run.
Yeah, and he just takes a rope ladder away and rides off.
Oh, no, literally his super move. No, his finisher will just be, the character would have been knocked out by whatever the final move was, and Tarkin would be like, well, take him away, and you just see that fucking evil fucking probe droid. Probe droid? It's not probe droid. The droid that they inject Leia with some weird shit with in A New Hope. Just ominously bobbing in the distance.
Yeah, the upside-down torture droid, yeah.
That'd be my general idea for including Tarkin. And that brings my list to a close. That's my 6 fighters for my half. Hopefully recognisable characters all, unlike Rick, who I'm sure will give us the most unrecognisable character for his final choice.
Well, it's one that you know. It's one that you probably don't love. It's the Wampa!
No, that's not a character.
It's basically just a Wookiee squared, though.
But it's not a character. They don't have a name.
Well, it's marketed as Wampa Ice Creature.
The way you said that, Rick, was... The way you said that was so like Carl Pilkington after being told off. On Monkey News, I'm just like, it didn't happen.
Turns out, little monkey fella.
Steve, what does it say there? I'm not going to make you come up with a new one on the spot. I'm just going to say what I hope our listeners will also agree with me on this. A Wampa is not a character. It's just a creature. That's like me, instead of doing Captain Tarful the Wookiee, I just went, let's just put a fucking Wookiee in there. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, or the bigger fish from from Naboo.
I know. Let's have a Rancor.
Yeah, I mean that's more likely to be a like a straight up story mode boss.
A Wampa can be in the fucking game. I just don't think it should count as a character.
Yeah, like it's big. It's
but you're still trying to justify it. Okay, go on.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's big. It's strong. It's probably a bit slower than expected. And for its finisher, the stage goes dark. When the stage comes back on, the Wampa is gone, and the other character walks off. And turns out, oh no, he walked into where the Wampa was lying in ambush. The Wampa takes his arm and takes the character off screen, and there's some very awful sounding sound effects as you're left to the rest of it to your imagination. Similar to that deleted scene where C-3PO takes the Danger Wampa sticker off the door.
See, I think
stormtroopers get eaten.
I think I know we're doing the old Mortal Kombat logic, so Gore's fine, but I think a better idea if we were running with this, which I guess we are because we have to, because Rick's a dick. I say that with love. In case you couldn't tell, I think a better idea would be to just, if you're going to do a cutaway, just have it cut away, and then when it cuts back in, you just see the character who lost in the same situation that Luke was in Jedi, Sith, Empire. Which film is it?
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back, where he's got where he's like frozen to the ceiling, awaiting being eaten.
Yeah, except obviously the character can't wake up because if it's a Jedi or anyone with any Force sensitivity, they're getting out.
Yeah, and obviously the Wampa doesn't know that robots are not edible, so even robots get this treatment.
Oh, robots you could just smash, couldn't you?
Yeah. But yes, that brings it to a close for today. Do you have a favourite one of mine?
I didn't know half of yours. And I think I made my opinions on the Wampa quite fucking clear.
So yeah.
I guess Omega wins by default then.
Sure. Yeah, she's a cool character. I like her as a character. It was great seeing her evolution during the show, and it would be cool to see her represented in what's otherwise a rather violent game for violent people.
I'm absolutely shocked we've not seen adult Omega yet in the Star Wars canon.
I think the key word there is indeed yet.
Well, yeah, but it's hard to tell when she's going to show up again because it has to be something set pre-end of the Galactic Empire, realistically, for her to do anything interesting. And how much more interesting things can they show other than, they kind of covered that with the first 3 movies.
Yeah, they covered it with the movies, and they super covered everything else with Rebels.
They did. Including breaking the space-time continuum because Ahsoka's still alive because fuck you, she's my baby, says Filoni.
Every time.
Is it Filoni or Favreau? No, it's Filoni. Favreau's the other geezer.
Yeah, Favreau's the other one, yeah. F and F. Yeah, shit. Every time we come up with the Ahsoka time paradox, like my face goes into my hands. Like, we can take it. We can take losing Ahsoka. Like, we can take a good story coming to a close.
Well, Ahsoka's gone full circle twice, where she started out as an annoying fucking OC, then they made her cool. Like, at the very final season of Clone Wars is like peak Ahsoka coolness, and then she shows up again in Rebels. It's like, oh, it's Ahsoka. Oh.
Yeah, and then she dies, and then she doesn't. So, yeah, it's almost to the point of leave it alone, George, at this point, really, isn't it?
Leave it alone, Dave.
Yeah.
What about you, Rick? Do you have a favourite from my 6?
I think it was rather obvious when we were talking about it, but it's very definitely Qui-Gon Jinn.
I think he's probably the most famous character from my list.
Not only that, but like he's the kind of character that I would struggle not to pick on the reg as like essentially like a lot of people have not necessarily a fighting game main, but one that they just have as a comfort character, which I guess is a main in a different way.
No, everybody has a fighting game main. If you play a fighting game, you will have a character that this is the character I personally like playing the most, therefore I play them the most, therefore they're your main.
Yeah, I get it. And sometimes it's a bit transient, a bit wishy-washy. Sometimes your preferences are mercurial, but I don't think I've ever not liked Qui-Gon Jinn.
I mean, they haven't had a chance to ruin him, is the thing.
Yeah.
Because they're not doing prequel shit anymore.
The closest thing they've ever gotten to being boring was when he was Dooku's apprentice and he looked like a beaten child.
Yeah, I feel like they could have done more of him in the Obi-Wan show as well, but they decided to just... it was such a nothing scene. What a waste of Liam Neeson.
Yeah. But yes, that's going to be it for today. If you like the video, you've got the comment section down below on YouTube and Spotify. Tell us what you would add to this Star Wars Mortal Kombat-alike that we are creating in our head brains.
Yeah, we're up to 30 characters now, so there's a good chance we've put in most of the good guys.
Yeah. And, tell us what else you would like to see us cover in future, in different episodes about different things. If you don't have the comment section, indeed, you have the email, which would go to
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
Yeah, so it's going to be a goodbye from me.
Remember, the Force will be with you always.